A look at downtown Minneapolis, an aerial view of the nicest stadium in the country, and we welcome you inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, the North and the South, the best from each. Get it on today, the best high school football players in the Minnesota Football Showcase, presented by Anderson Windows and Hyde to kick it off, and it's going to be Champo right about the 7-yard line. We're underway. Out across the 30. Out to the 42-yard line. The first opportunity to touch the football, it'll be Aiden Bauman, the 6'6", 236-pound quarterback. Rolls right, lefty, fires right at midfield. It's caught, and they're going to be, nope, they're going to say his knee touched down at the 49-yard line. Here's Bauman, handoff. It was handled by Jonathan Kieran. He'll be brought down. We'll go downstairs.
Brings back a lot of memories. It was really good fun time for me.
Yeah, and speaking of the All-Star game, I mean, some of these guys were rivals during the season, and now they're playing on the same team. What is that experience like?
I remember I didn't play against any of the guys.
He's getting able to see where he came from and where he is now.
Bauman throwing for the end zone. Got a man diving, but incomplete. That pass intended that time. It looked like Tucker Peterson was reaching for, Bryce Peters rather. C.J. Ham played for the North All-Stars and Duluth-Denfeld High School. Boy, can Aiden Bauman throw the football.
Well, and that's what he's been doing, and that's what's so neat to see is the spread style of offense. They're sending out 3 receivers to one side.
Wyatt Schroeder at the bottom of your screen, number 9, 3-time All-Conference. Big wide receiver. He's singled up. Bauman looks downfield, throws. Schroeder got it. Inside the 15 and a first down. Put it right on the money to Schroeder.
Just a beautiful route, and you sit here and you watch one-on-one, really 3-deep kind of coverage, and Schroeder just takes that 10, 12 yards and then bangs it in. It's called a little bit of a skinny post, or a bang aid is what you call it in the business. And as soon as Bauman saw the coverage that he had, yeah, he just threw a BB.
First down now and 10. Handoff. Kieran. And the all-conference offensive MVP at St. Anthony High School. Spun down to the turf. 29-yard field goal attempt for Hunter Dussman, all-district kicker from St. Francis. Spot is down, and the kick on its way right down the middle. And it was Wyatt Schroeder, his teammate at St. Francis, who caught the first down on the 4th down pass. Jack Foster had a chance earlier this season to see Jack Foster play as that handoff up the middle, stuck right there. It was Zach Nyber.
He's an amazing young man, not just a great athlete.
Rudy Voss fires from Jackson County Central. He hooks up with the wide receiver on the play.
And, you know, and you're not used to having a roster full of great athletes.
There's McEachern again on that little slant pass. And we'll go downstairs on a Monticello. Alex Tack. Fabi fires, caught. Looked like it was Peters who received that one. A gain of 8 on the play, but Alex Tack, 6'5", 280. He's undecided in college.
So, Brian, I may have to take a little issue with that, but that's okay.
Looked like a Mike Dowdy-sized hole on the left side of the line there. Smutney made the tackle. A nice carry that time. Right about the 25-yard line. Take a look at the replay here.
Wow, nice job. Just, you know, you pass and then you use that to set up the run, and the linebackers and the DBs, you got to get a good view of the offensive linemen. But you're kind of seeing in this world of football how important it is to run the ball, because North right now is having a lot more success on the ground, but they're able to continue to move the chains. And as you get closer to the red zone, the running game becomes more and more important.
And it's Josh Fabi with the play action. Left side, going for the end zone. It is caught. No, he says no, out of bounds. I think it was juggled that time by DeChampo.
I look at these rosters and these wide receivers. Dylan DeChampo, 6'5", 190. I mean, 6'5". And then he goes up and just maybe a little bit too soon on the jump. And that's something, another thing that they'll eventually work on. If these kids had more time to practice together, I think they would be better. But when you have a 6'5" target and he's one-on-one in the corner, you throw him the jump ball, and they did just
that. Was close.
And it was, yeah, he's an inch off. Amazing throw.
It was a good route as well, as he left himself a lot of room and a handoff up the middle. And a first down for the North. 5'9", 180-pounder out of Osakis, headed to Moorhead. That was a nice carry on that one.
It was, and this is just straight downhill running. And you see, great job blocking up front. The offensive lineman doing a good job getting defenders on the ground. That offensive line for North right now is just grinding them. Look at that.
Fires, caught. Peters finally inside the 5 at a first down. He's been all over the place, and they finally hook up to Bryce Peters.
He's bigger than a Leroy Hort. I mean, the kids just give it to him and let him pound his way inside, but great tackle.
Oh, what a play by Aaron Witt.
Right there.
That was Gould coming through. From the 2, Taylor, third try. Bust one tackle, then spun down. Nice job off the edge, and they'll stop Taylor. Smutney again through. He's made a number of nice plays from that linebacker position.
Knocking on the end zone door.
So turnover on downs. Here's Voss, first throw, going deep. Left side, got a man right in stride. What a catch down the sideline, TK Marshall. We talked about him, you and I did before the game. You talked about how great and dynamic this guy is.
Yeah, he is. And a Mr. Football or Mr. Football finalist with the speed on the outside and just a little bit of a double move to get some space. But what a well-thrown football. And I tell you what, when you're running full speed like that and that ball's in the air, to be able to just bring that thing in like he just did, that's a great throw by Voss and a great reception. And I tell you what, I know as a high school coach, you just would just die to have talent like this up and down the field.
How about Rudy Voss from Jackson County Central coming into the football game and just airmailing it on first down from his own end zone, hits his guy right on the money. Here's Marshall again, and he stopped after a gain of about 7. Alexa's downstairs.
Learn about leverage and learn how to use your hands and feet.
Look at this. Right side, first down. Big gainer that time. TK Marshall, his second carry of the game, the all-conference running back. Raja Nelson, 7 yards deep in the backfield. Voss, play action, rolls right. Got room to run if he wants it. Floats one. It's intercepted, picked off. The other way, it was Derek Papo, the all-stater from Alexandria.
Oh, great job by Papo because he understood everything that was going on. Reading the quarterback and the quarterback's eyes, stepping in front. You see him come outside of the camera because he's covering the wide receiver on the outside. And then being an athlete, he's able to make a big return on the interception. So nice job.
I saw Paul Krause in the elevator on the way up. It kind of looked like Paul stepping up in front of one of his.
You had a great catch earlier, but you got to get back in there and get us a touchdown.
I do.
All right, thanks.
Pass down the right side. That's going to be Peepo again. Back-to-back plays, and he's on the field. He intercepted it at midfield, and he was bulldogged into the turf, but he turned it over. And the North gets it right back, and he's having fun out here today.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to get the.
Oh, they're going to the end zone, Pete.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hike. Looking for the camera. Oh, do they have one hidden? There we go.
Oh, they got the cell phone. They did the Joe Horn for the selfie.
Oh, my God. Really a read and zone coverage, so just a very impressive job by that young man.
Bauman going deep. He's going right side, and that's caught. Did they say yes? They did. Inside the 5-yard line. Hauled in by Matthew Algarin. And a 1st and goal. What a catch.
And you watch Bauman right there. He just puts that ball. There's no middle safety. Okay, there's no middle safety, so he keeps the thing on the inside, which allows Matthias Algerman to reel that thing in. So a wonderful throw. These are the little details that guys have to learn at that next level. Put pressure on the throw.
Peters and Schroeder to the bottom. They're going to look up top. Wide open, wide receiver firing. Oh, it's dropped. Really well inside both 10s. And now on 4th and goal from the 4, Bauman fires incomplete, and they're turned back again. That was just a great play that time by Dylan Bear out of Prior Lake, who plays over there with Matt Gegenheimer. Wow, what a nice play there.
We'll see what they can come up with.
Voss throws it over the middle. It's caught. It's going to be short of the sticks. TK Marshall hauled it in. Marshall's so dangerous because he can line up at wide receiver as well. 3-0 the North on top. They've been moving the ball all over the place, just can't get it into the end zone. Rolling right, throwing downfield, that's intercepted. It's picked off.
Craig McDonald.
Yeah, it was Craig McDonald from Minnehaha Academy.
Yeah, another big athlete, well over 6 foot. You look at his numbers, 6'2", 190, just another nice job. It's hard. You try to tell quarterbacks like Fabi, it's hard to throw back across your body when you are rolling out in that direction. So he kind of threw that thing a little bit behind himself. They tried to get a gotcha play, get the tight end or wide receiver down the field, but nice play by McDonald. I mean, this has been a pretty big defensive day.
And a perfect throw into the corner of the end zone for a state championship winner for Ricori. Eric Decker's old school. Now they'll go deep again. Another jump ball intercepted. It was intercepted. Algarin back to pick it off at the 30.
This is what you want, isn't it? The football, but nice coverage inside. Great. The ability again for a defensive back to hand fight, to get his body in position, but again, never lose sight of the ball, never lose track of the ball. And
they've been taking their shots. That's why this game is so much fun. Fabi rolling right, fires, caught underneath, and coming back all the way around. It's Hunter Zinzen of Barnesville, Minnesota. Not Burnsville, Barnesville. Out west.
A great tackle by Craig McDonald.
Hunter Dustman, all-district kicker. They kicked that 3 points onto the board. That's where we sit right now with the North leading and fielding it on the run. Great job. Is it McDonald? It was.
Yep.
Headed to Iowa State. Headed up the right sideline all the way down to the 42-yard line plus territory when the South takes over. Great return.
Oh, absolutely, and he's got to be careful. I mean, you didn't fair catch, and as a cover guy, you have to know. Sage Rosenfels has to be extremely excited that young man is going to be going to Iowa State.
Fires, caught, oh, a little hitch and pitch. And Nelson will take it out of bounds, a little first down.
Yeah, not quite the hook and lateral. It's like you said, more of a hitch and pitch, and I don't know if that knee was on the ground, but you know, the referees are out there letting them have a little bit of fun. That may not have been called by the coach. That might have been something that those guys drew up in the dirt.
Yeah, it's usually
more about the defensive backs on both sides playing so well.
Voss completes another one. Oh, they're going to try it to the other side. That's the linebacker, Parker Thies.
What a great job.
Offensive lineman.
He's
catching that.
Yeah, he does not have an eligible number on. So nice little pitch and catch. And look at this guy. How about him for a pulling guard as an offensive lineman and the ability to get outside? He must have covered 20 or 30 yards. And then as a DB, you've got that face mask and that guy barreling downhill at you. Good Lord. See if they can come up with something to get in the end zone.
Twice on the same drive, they go to the hitch and pitch. Here's Voss for the end zone. Got a man. It was broken up. Nice play. It was Wooten Jr. in this end zone. His defense proves true.
All the other defensive plays, Cornelius is watching it from he's coming from the outside, from the flat, and just reading the quarterback's eyes, which you have to do at some point in zone, and a perfectly timed jump. He gets that big right mitt in there to bat it away. So that's a heck of a defensive play. The DBs today have been very impressed.
This one is from 18 yards out. Lewis Hyde with Nelson, the holder. He kicked it. No good. Pushed it.
Again, the game, no matter if it's an all-star game or a high school game, there's some things that you got to be. And you got to be good in the red zone. The game changes in the red zone, and I think they're going to address some of that, I think, at halftime.
We'll take a selfie up here in the booth, so we'll step aside. Ellie, Alexa, they'll be back at halftime.
I mean, these young guys are going to be good at the next level.
Hunter Dustman puts the second half in play, and Rajon Nelson on the return. Burst to speed across the 20. He hits the 30 hard, and that's where the South takes over. Gabe Hannanen comes in with a tackle on the play. Nice return.
At the next level.
Jack Foster in at quarterback, headed to Brown University. Hanoff going far side on the run that time. It was Russell Corrigan from Hutchinson, Minnesota, headed to Boise State.
You got to rally and get after the quarterback.
Foster, hands off Nelson. Good stop, starts again. First down, up to the 49-yard line, and we go downstairs.
Plays D1 basketball. How much has that pushed you in your football career, having another athlete in the house?
That's pushed me greatly because I've been able to see what he's done and able to fill his shoes and do my own thing.
4th down and 6, trailing 3-0. Foster to throw. He can sling it, flips it underneath. Here's man, slips one tackle, looks for the 30, stiff bomb, but a great tackle. Guess who? Big stop that time. Derek Peepo came up and made the tackle.
Outside, who, you know, grow up in the country and they're part of it and they want to do that. Also, another guy, 2-time all-conference wrestler. And we talked about that with linemen earlier, that coaches love their ability to wrestle, play multiple sports, but wrestling, the way it teaches leverage and how you use your hands and feet, it's a huge benefit to these young men.
Bauman back in the game, puts it right on Schroeder, and a nice tackle coming downhill.
The first down.
I don't know if I'd ever think that a backfield with Shabazz and Raja Nelson would be getting shut out with 2:38 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Oh, great play by Luke DeWolf, getting upfield and stopping the cutback. He did his main, you know, comes outside, his outside linebacker. Your main job is contain. That was a huge 3rd down play that he made. So Peepo has just been all over this field.
Here's Voss. He's scrambling. He's going to have the first down across the 40. And spun out of bounds all the way up to the 47. So on 2nd and 11, he comes up with a huge gain.
Different kid, Patrick Dornan, but just to get outside of that DB, that adds extra yardage to that whole thing.
Voss carried it again. Slips a tackle, first down across the 40. And inside the 40-yard line down to the 38. Another first down. Here's another big play now on the offensive side. On 4th down, they'll fake it to Shabazz. Vaz, he has the first down. He got all the way down to the 26-yard line.
You know, polish off all these routes, but impressive play.
Lashaka Rokes on that hit. There's a nice hit. Johnny Shabazz with the catch, got dropped. First down and 10, and the ball's on the ground. Loose football, recovered, and guess who?
Yeah, guess who?
Get out of here, Derek Peepo. And are they going to the other end zone?
Oh.
That's going to be a while.
Here we go. Another celebration.
Let's see what they do here.
Defensive celebration.
Taking a nap.
That's exactly what they're doing. That's what they're doing today. So
they got the injured guy. Bauman to throw. Left side, he's got a man, incomplete. He was going, it was DeChampo.
And DeChampo just a little short on him.
Low line drive kick. Fisher going back, catches it over his shoulder at the 46. Got a block. And all the way inside the 40-yard line down to the 37 near Allie Mosley.
Okay.
Voss to throw, he'll flip it. Oh, Shabazz in trouble, and a great defensive play that time by Patrick Doran. And Shabazz is going to thank Doran later that he took it easy on him.
It takes courage. You know, that ball is lofted up there, and yeah, and like we said in the open, 94 players and coaches who have played in this game have made it in the NFL. So it's happened many times before. Oh, what a great play. Special teams and defense today. How about that? Elijah Ofori, who's made a couple of really good plays on defense. Again, making a great play.
State tournament. Played at TCO Stadium earlier this year on Vikings Prep Spotlight. They played an incredible game against Eden Prairie.
To the 3-receiver side.
Fabi. Little inside zone play and a first down. They're going to try to run this clock down. 8:02 to go. On 3rd down and 2, they pick up the first down.
Wildcat with Russell Corrigan, the tight end, at quarterback. How about this?
Full head of steam. Busts his way up to the 50-yard line. He laid the lumber. It looked like a Mike Allstott run with that 40 on there.
He did. A nice job, you know. Rough snap, comes up the one-handed grab, and then just takes this thing north and south, sees opposite color, just puts the shoulder down and starts keeps churning. So we've seen Corrigan try to catch slants. We've seen him at quarterback. He's in Wildcat again. I mean, this kid, what a versatile athlete.
First off, I love that John Connell is giving him a chance. Jonathan Mann on the deflection. This is going to be a touchdown.
The ball batted up in the air by Matthias Algerin. And what a great job. I'm sorry, not Cornelius. It was Jonathan Mann who stayed in there. Now, Jonathan Mann had an opportunity on a catch earlier. He comes back and makes a huge play. So, wide receiver, you want to keep your eyes on the ball, and he does that. So, but how about the quarterback? How about Russell Corrigan? Left-handed, throws it up in the air, back and forth, ball's batted up, Mann stays on it, and finishes the play for the first touchdown of today. So, for those of us who bet the over, we're thrilled about this.
Jonathan Mann, who's headed to the Gophers. The first signing in the 2021 class was Jonathan Mann, and they're going to be happy to have him. He goes up for the score, 7-3, and a first touchdown of this football game. They've been going up and down the field.
Russell Corrigan, who's a tight end, line him up in Wildcat, fake the jet sweep, and throw the one-on-one outside. And again, a great job by Jonathan Mann to stay on the football.
Caselli 50 times.
Well, you know, that's what this is. It's supposed to be fun. Now, when you do we need to pull the coaches aside and kind of say, what are you guys doing? Are you guys just celebrating the whole time? But look at, they all had forgotten about it, and now they jump in and.
Bauman, third down, under pressure. He's in trouble. He's going to be brought down. Good pressure that time. Landed Carter from Lakefield North getting through. One of those last defensive linemen that were on that state championship team. He anchored him this year. A great play.
A great play. Landon Carter, you see him, does a spin move, comes underneath, and then was able to redirect and still get to the quarterback. So that's the kind of speed.
Brad Wendland, the head coach, talking to Corrigan. First down, straight ahead. Down to the 40-yard line. Two-time All-District. Now back in at quarterback, it's Voss for Shabazz, but he pulled it. Here's Voss up the middle, inside the 20. He could put the game away, down to the 2, but he fumbled. Did that stay inside the pylon?
Well, they're going to mark it at the 2.
I thought that ball went out of the end zone.
Yeah, if it was fumbled and does go out the back of the end zone, then
that's what they're yelling. Can you hear them?
Yeah, North will get, but Voss will see if he stepped out. Ooh, I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
We shall see. Not sure if there's any replay, if there's anything going on there, but what a great hustle play by Anthony Gibson out of Maple Grove to get all the way down there. What could have almost was and could have been a turnover.
36-yard run. Here's Corrigan for the last 2 into the end zone. Touchdown. Russell Corrigan doing it all.
Well, now they're all rowing the boat. Rowing the boat, I guess. Looks more like a canoe with that style, but you know, they said it's very tough to do. You know, no schools like to give up home football games, but they say it's worth it to be able to play in that field and, you know, be part of that facility. And it's a wonderful outdoor field. These guys working in the offseason. I got to see these guys in a 7-on-7 tournament earlier this year. So,
nice throw. Caught. They mark it a catch. They did. First down. Wow, what a throw. Hauled in by Andrew Anderson.
Who stepped in.
Overruled. They're going to call it incomplete. South's going to get it.
Yeah, but Smutney staying after it, providing some pressure, getting the quarterback hit and on the ground.
Oh, that's a catch.
Yeah, I think he caught that.
Oh, wow. He caught that football, and it was overruled.
How many red flags did the coaches get?
Wow. Hunter Dustman kicked the 29-yard field goal, and then things started to open up. Jonathan Peepo had a heck of a game. When you talk about MVPs, he was the one who came to the mind first.
Absolutely. It was a first half dominated by defense, and Peepo was all over the place. And there's him, you know, the running backs, the getting downhill. Is it MK? Imdek, excuse me, running up and down, keeping the shoulders square. Another big interception by the defensive MVP of the South Side. So McDonald getting in there, and you know, a lot of great defensive play, especially in the back end. But this is the big one right here. The tip, the bounce, concentrating on the football, bringing it in, and scoring the touchdown. So
It's Jonathan Mann with the catch and the celebration ensuing afterward. The whole bench unloads. But Russell Corrigan, I mean, he really took over the game when he came in the fourth quarter, started playing quarterback. He's a tight end from Hutchinson. And then he was the one who came in, wasn't even listed as a quarterback, played it in the fourth quarter, and that's when the offense took off.
And so we had a chance to see two very, very good left-handed quarterbacks.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you know what I mean, with Bauman and now, with him.
All right, Allie Mosley is downstairs with one of our guests.
Hey guys, I'm sidelines with your defensive MVP for the South roster, Craig Mcdonald. Craig, we heard your name a lot this game. How much fun was it for you to be playing in a defensive battle?
It was super fun. Those are the type of games that we have during the football season. I mean, it was my first game of the year, so it was a good warm-up on the defensive side. That was just a good way to kick off and end my year.
What does it mean to wrap it up this year at US Bank Stadium, headed to Iowa State next year?
It was super good experience. Everybody got super close. I got close with guys I didn't even know their name. I still don't even know half their names, and we're super good friends. So it was a really fun, interesting week.
Craig, congrats on getting MVP. We're going to send it over to the north sidelines with Alexa Score.
Thanks so much, Allie. I'm over here with Aiden Bauman. The win ran away from you guys, but it was still such an exciting game. One thing that I noticed is that you guys were having a ton of fun on the sidelines. How was it?
It was awesome. I mean, to be with the guys that I was with, it was a great experience this whole week. And north, south, to side, I mean, I made some great friends. I made some lifelong friendships, and I'm very blessed to have experienced this week.
You're an exciting player to watch. What can we expect next year?
I'm going to work hard. I'm going to work hard for my team, and I'm going to do the best I can to make my team better, and it's going to be fun.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.